What's up guys, today we're going to check out Bloomsvale in, I guess, Jalan Puchong, Old Klang Road, Taman Yao. Still don't know what's the actual location, but let's go check it out. So we are back here to check out a project that we have reviewed before during the lockdown. I still remember vividly. This was one of the very first projects that we kinda had challenges to just come and visit. It's all ready right now. There are a few components. There's the mall, the retail mall. There's the office building. There's an hotel, a courtyard hotel. There's also the residence. And back then, this was all empty. It was quite a havoc situation. But now, this is still the same Jalan Puchong that is connected straight away all to Old Klang Road. And it's still controlled by the series of traffic lights. Okay, that's why the congestion happens during peak hours. Now we can see a brand new building doing their fire drill testing right now. And this is the entrance going in. So here you will have the residence car park, which is straight right in front. And this is the entire situation that you will experience throughout this location. It's just a lot of congestion, a lot of action, a lot of noise. Yeah. So this is also the exit where residents will come out from the building, and straight away they will connect right into the Jalan Puchong. And here you can see demarcations of the bus lane and taxi lane. You will have a proper walkway with proper landscape. A lot of things infrastructure wise has improved, but you can still see the conventional shop offices right in front. And let's go check out the shopping gallery first. So from the entrance, if you're a visitor to the mall or the office tower, you need to turn back first. Then from the back, only you turn back in. So this kind of circulation makes a lot more sense. So now in the front, you can see there's convenience store, there's banks, there's cafes, and this will be Courtyard by Marriott, which is within the same office tower as the developer. And now we are just walking around the mall, and basically LG1 ground floor, all the F&B portion of things, I would say is beyond expectation in a good way, where it's very complete and you can see it's very diverse. But you can see the options are a little bit more oriented to the non-halal foods. Well, you still always have the fast food joints and things like that. And I just checked with the team, the current occupancy rate for the mall is about 88%. So there are still some lots on the highest floor, and via the circulation pathway just now, it directly isolates out the residents as well as the access of visitors to the mall. So that's good. The other one that I'm concerned of initially was a direct connection to the residents from the mall. Will there be a direct connection? That's not the best case in terms of privacy and security. So all residents or visitors are still encouraged to come out first to the main lobby and access the residents via a proper checkpoint. The same applies to the access over to their HQ, to the office tower, as well as the Courtyard Hotel. So now we are within LG itself, and there is a food court as well. So besides all the retail F&B outlets, right, there's actually a food court that's divided between halal food and the non-halal section. So I think that is great, especially if you're a resident. These are the available food outlets already within the food court itself, and you can see some Sarawak kitchen, some Western food, nasi kandar and things like that. So if you are staying upstairs or you're working in the neighbouring tower, right, this is just very convenient. So basically anything you could possibly need as a resident, you can actually resolve all of them here, from food to pharmacist to barber, hairdressing to education. So that's surprising as well. There are 2 preschool nurseries, and they just recently only hand over about several months time, so I guess they will need more time for this to really hike up in activities and tenancy. And now we are actually in the space behind the building. So just now when we come in, if you are visitors to the mall or the hotel, this will be the access that you're going to come in, and this will be also the loading bay for the retail. At the back as well, you will have the frontage, so you will have access. So all the retail that we see just now, such as the mini tanker or the Grand Taipei, all those will have double access. So this is also part of the initiative of the developer. So now what they are doing is they are actually cleansing the river. So at night, maybe if you want to stroll around during the evening, there will be a very nice walk around. Well, the views then not so guaranteed lah, because they can only change whatever that's up to their perimeter only. And then you can see those will be the citizens that is attached to the old Klang Road and the highway. So that will be a brand new building there. Also, one main thing to highlight is there was a concern for the neighbouring building on the accessibility for the project, because like, oh, you have such a high density, right? What happens if you guys just ramp up the roads and things like that? Well, since they are connecting the back road, indirectly it also improves the circulation pathway to the neighbouring lot, so that's good. And that is also why I really like development, because only with developments you can kind of force, this speaking from a local authority point of view, you can kind of make the developers do things to improve or make good before you approve their building permission or approvals lah. Okay? Then coming up from the lift lobby, if you are from the ground floor, there will be a transfer lift. So from ground floor, everyone needs to go up to level 4 first. So level 4 will be where a whole stack of lift will be available. So some may see it as an inconvenience somewhat when I want to come up from the retail, go up straight to the unit. So technically you can't do that, you need to come up to level 4 first. But level 4 then will be connected to the elevated car park. And you can see the flat slab system. Then this will be the storage for particular owners, so those who get it, nice. And you have the entire car park flooring in epoxy, so that's great. You will have lines for pedestrian walkways, but it's still a common thing due to efficiency, right? There will be a direct connection from the road into the lift lobby, unfortunately. And now we are at the facilities floor. So there are people in the gym, so let's not go and disturb people, right? The treadmills are done up by Vision Fitness. Then the weight machines is actually supplied by Matrix, so that's the brand. You will have the timber floorings within the gym itself, so that's cool. And just some detailings. I like the sense of playfulness that they are trying to illustrate when you come up. So it gives you a more vibrant energy. And coming out, then you will have this children play area that is shaded. That's nice. So this is that high ceiling setting. You will have somewhat like a mount that is cladded with the rubber tiles. That's great. The same thing. So I like this approach. So during rain or shine, the children can actually play whenever they want to. Coming out, then there will be a co-working office, and this will be the access going upwards, so it will be a little bit more private next to this open space that is facing another block. So this will then be a not so nice feeling if you have invested the earlier blocks lah. So I kind of get direct access to your unit, like directly. Well, this teaches us to be a little bit more mindful when we invest in properties where there's still land next to the project. Anyways, these pavilions are actually covered to the barbecue pits. So this one is nice. So this one is transparent. Not so nice during the day because actually it's very hot. But I think during the evening or the night time, it will be very cooling, especially when we are located next to the river. and surrounding is actually all low rise. And walking in further, you will have the floorings of the entire facility deck cladded with floor tiles. You have the planter box or the island, and I must say I like this approach. It reminds me a lot of their project in Malacca called the Shore. Similar treatment where it gives you that resort vibe. So here, this will be the shallow water play area, suitable for toddlers, right? Below 3 years old. This is going to be so fun for them to just kind of get their feet wet a little bit. Meanwhile, this you have a double story kind of viewing deck, so it allows you to experience the facility deck in a different dimension. Water play area. Then this one will be better, more suitable for elder toddlers. Then within the water area in the center, this will be a jacuzzi. I guess this will be somewhat a water waiting area for parents to kind of supervise their children while they are just going berserk with all the facilities. Okay. Then there will be a water slide. This is nice, and you can just look into the trees right now. The wind is very strong. Maybe due to the distance between the blocks, you have a wind tunnel effect. And I must say, the landscape treatments is very impressive. Not only for this island going up to the slide, you will have a pond. Nice! Also somewhat like a bridge into a landscape garden. And this is such a wonderful feeling. Located right next to the basketball court that is actually covered up, fenced up with the cage. But I must say, this feeling really kind of make you forget a little bit on the exact setting that you are in. You kind of forget that we are right next to the very busy Jalan Puchong. And I must say, this little garden space is very extensive. So I think it will look very good looking from the office building or the hotel building lah. And this will be the partition, the separation line between the components of the residence as well as the hotel. Okay, I think hotel, they will have their own facilities and swimming pool, so I guess that's it, right? So this will be the fence, and they even block it up visually using the Eugenia plants. Yeah. And surrounding the facilities, they are also cladded with glass railing. Wow, so luxurious. But this is one of the very unique characteristics of the site lah. So now you can still see very old structures right opposite, and these might be potential risk if you are an investor. If you can just see, right, there will be one more, two more, potentially maybe all these might go as well, looking at the success of this building. This is the main road going into Taman Yao, which can come out from OUG as well. So as we just walk around the facilities, around the lounge area, there's like a floor life-size chess area. Basically, there's just a lot of people occupying the building right now, so that's always good. And all these are actually switched on, very pleasant. I do enjoy the extra apron and the extra dimension of design in terms of depth, and this kind of fixtures, amazing, very fun for kids. So as we are now in the floor plate, there will be in total 8 lifts, but technically because it's divided into high floor and low floor, there will be 4 lifts servicing 12 units in total, and they are arranged in a double loaded setting, so you don't see any voids within. I must say, this lift lobby feels very hotel-like or office-like because of the treatments. I think it's because of the scale. The height is 2.75 and the width is 3.4 meters. So you can see the treatments of the lift lobby. So these are using tiles, and you will have the panels and the downlight, right? So that's why it looks very commercial, very hotel-like. And for the windows at the side, so this one is actually facing another block directly. So at this level, it is not too dark, as now it's about 1 o'clock. But what you can hear is the swimming pool and water features. But I like the ventilation treatments. And because of the high floor, low floor treatments, right? This empty space here is abnormal. We don't usually get that in a lot of other residents, but this is how it feels like. And going out This will be the corridor. So the corridor width is about 1.6 meters. This is about 2.7, and there are actually breaks within the floor plate. So this will be the breaks in between. So you will still have glimpse of daylight into the corridor, but mainly you will still need to rely a lot on artificial lighting. So this is the unit I'm going to check out today. This is type F1, 661 square feet, and it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit. Coming in, you will have a bathroom in the front with a bathroom in the front as well, before connecting to the kitchen, an open setting one connected to the living and the dining. You have the entire master suite located in the front. It's a rather direct design that comes with a balcony in the front. Let's go check it out. So coming in from the corridor, there will be no foyer for you to put your shoe cabinet or things like that, because this is somewhat like that hotel setting where you straight away come into the unit, right? And this is the exact unit that is handed over. And it comes with the Samsung lock set. And the clearance of the door is 885 mm. Straight away when you come in, this will be the bathroom already. So here you will have your timber flooring immediately transitioning into the floor tiles. And this is a full height wall tiles setting with a fully furnished toilet. It comes with a Johnson Swiss basin and WC. You will have this vanity top here, shower screen, and a mechanical ventilation system. Well, it also comes with a shower, and I guess the water heater system will be inside lah. Okay, nice. Moving on then, this will be the open kitchen setting located next to your dining and living, next to the balcony already. So this is the exact condition that has just been VP'd by the developer to the purchaser. So the length of the countertop here is about 2.5 meters. This is about 1.7 meters. Perfectly functional kitchen, and it comes with the top and bottom cabinets, and this is how it feels like. So you will have the soft closing as well. That's nice, and that includes all this solid surface along with the backsplash. It's made out of perspex. So you have a burner as well by Electrolux. This is a 2-burner setting of the hob and the hood by Electrolux as well. So nice, and this will be connected directly into the box up above. And then this will be the whole box of goodies that actually comes with the VP itself lah. So you have your kettle here, your iron here, your hair dryer here, your plates and cups of dining set is here, and this will be a microwave next to the fridge by Electrolux as well. So all these are provided when you take the keys. And for the ceiling height is 3 meters, the wall-to-wall width here is 3.73 meters. And within such compact sizing, sometimes I do think the open kitchen setting works better. If you add partition in, right, it will just eat up more space. Anyway, shout out to the owner for letting us shoot in this unit. This project is sold out 99%, so there's like 1 or 2 units left only, and it comes in a fully furnished setting like this, where it involves all the dining set, the kitchen cabinets, the settee, coffee table, TV, wall treatments, curtains, air cons, hambalang, all got lah. And if you look into the property portal of today, now this unit is actually asking for about 580,000, which is about 800 per square feet already. So if you bought during COVID, now looking back, not too bad. And the rental here average is about 2,500 of this setting per month. The highest went up to 2,008. A very interesting point to think about then will be the fully furnished package, because technically every unit will look the same. When every unit looks the same, then somewhat the rental will be similar. The only variables between that will be the views that you get. Either you are facing the river view or you are facing the Taman Yells view, because technically you don't have to do anything within the unit already. So for those who don't want to DIY, I guess this is the solution. It makes a lot of sense because it saves a lot of time as well. On a conventional setting where it's empty, by the time you get your keys, you will engage makeover guys to kind of quote you, do site inspection, and it takes about 30 to 40 days for the unit to be completed. Then only it's ready to let out. But then it's really based on skill set. Who does it better? Who does it faster? Who can fetch better rates? But then in this situation, everything is more controlled, so that will be a different strategy altogether. And this makes a lot of sense also because Courtyard by Marriott is actually next door. So during busy hours or peak hours, maybe there will be an overflow of visitors. So the developers also will know that the base spec for all the units within Bloomsvale itself is actually very, very high. Next to the living room, then this will be the facade of the unit connecting to the balcony. And let's open this up. Yeah, so the unit actually comes with a level of tint. Okay, and this will be the view. Wow, wow, this is like a hack. Although I get the low units, but I get the open view. Wow, because wow, this one just ngam, right? This tower didn't block this view facing backwards. So that will be the elevated MPE highway already, and that will be Bukit Gasing. As you can see, all the PJ skyline is there. Here you get all the water sound from the landscape treatments. Amazing. So the width of the balcony is 750 mm and the length of the balcony is 3.75, and it comes with a glass and steel handrails. So for this setting, then we don't get direct facing, so that's a bonus. And that was the initial concern actually, if you were to buy units facing each other. So that's a variation where some of the unit you get extra balcony and some actually don't. So you have a variation in your facade language. And looking at it, although it looks very close from a drone shot and the model actually is rather distance away. But of course, facing outwards will have the best privacy altogether. But this view is nice. Wow. Then now let's check out the bedroom. Let's start with the first one here. So everything is provided, including the blind. I guess that opens up to a window, I guess. Yeah, so that opens up to the window. And the size of the room is 2.08 meters by 3.6 meters in length. So here they kind of accommodated. Wow, it's backlit. Whoa, this cabinet is nice. So this actually comes with the unit itself. Wow. So you have all the partitions that you require already. Like all these mechanisms comes along with the unit. This is awesome. Then here you have the sensor to kind of on the light, right? So that's nice. Wow, and it's actually built in full height all the way. And just try closing it. Wow, you have the soft closing as well. The timber floor actually extends into the bedroom as well. This particular bedroom is a little bit smaller due to the ensuite bathroom next door. But it still comes with a window, that's great. But do be informed that because this is a commercial unit, that's why you still have all the sprinklers within the unit. Moving on, because this particular wall here is a shear wall, therefore you can see the thickness of the wall here, and it comes with a door. Wow, so this is also very solid. Then the plug points are at the right height. You will have the skirtings that's painted in white color. These are all steel door frames. It comes with a hidden gap, so the joint will be very clean. Then the walls are all painted, so I guess it's normal plaster and paint, but it just comes with the wainscoting a little bit here, so it gives it some character, some depth as the feature wall. So I appreciate that the unit looks very presentable, but more onto the safe side of things. I'm not too sure whether does it make sense if I were to just get this unit and I still just maybe add on to it, maybe put in another 2,000 or 3,000 to just add it a little bit more spice, right? Just for the sake of standing out. Maybe a bit too much also, I don't know. Going in, this will be the principal bedroom. This one is nice. And this will be the principal bathroom. So it comes with the Johnson Suite basin and WC. Just like the one outside, you will have the solid countertop, shower screen that is fully closed up. So that's great. Then you will have a window, a full height one that is frosted. You will have the shower system. Nice. So basically when you come in, the toilet is almost hotel-like. I wish this one is just backlit, right? And it just requires one more plug point. it feels like a hotel already. And within the bed area then it's very spacious. The size of the bed area itself is about 3.4 to 3.6 meters. I guess these are all the bed sheets lah. So this is a queen size bed. After you put in the bed, you still have spaces for bedside tables. You have a feature wall decoration just like the one at the living room. Full size cabinet. Let's go check it out lah. Wow. Yeah, so just like the one that is actually backlit. Just like the one outside. Oh, it comes with a ironing board as well. So all these partitions are all done. So the loose steps are always cheaper, so these are built in very different. But when they provide built-in, then do I have the flexibility to add on more? Because this one can only fit my wife's clothes only. What if I want to add on more? So that's the not so flexible part, but maybe you can ask for the same contact of carpenters. I'm not too sure how. But anyways, you still have a lot of space at this corner, so this can be your TV area or your study area. There will be a plug point there for your dressing table, and this will be the window design. Right, so this is massive, full height window, and you can actually open this up. Nice. So from the corridor going in, this will be the service lift area, and this will be the refuse room. Going in, this is the refuse room. Okay, so this actually there's some water issue right now. Maybe let me check with the team. But yeah. But what's great is one door, two doors before you reach the service lift lobby, another door before you reach the corridor. So almost guaranteed no smell will come in from there. Just that you need to go through 3 doors just to throw rubbish lah. For the residential tower, in order to access to the sky deck, where they claim for this link bridge itself to be the tallest in Malaysia. You got a Malaysian books of record for this one, so that's amazing. However, this is not part of the common areas for the residents itself. Therefore, there will be a separate access for residents or visitors to actually access to the sky deck. There will be a dedicated lift lobby just to come up to this. And the plan for the developer for this facility itself is more of a commercial use, where most likely it's going to be an event space for people to launch products, or they can be F&Bs which they have plans. So currently we are now standing on the link bridge and looking at the view. You get the KL skyline all over there. You will have brand new projects coming up. Then on the other side, then this will be closer to the river view, and you can still see a lot of lands being developed right now. And within this bridge itself, there will be also a glass area where you can walk past. So just to test your courage, very fun. And now we are in Tower B, and it comes with a lap pool as well. Look into the infinity edge right into Bukit Gasing, right? So that will be Bangsar South already. And this view is just look at it. Wow. Then walking further to the other end, there will be an enclosed part just in case of the bad weather, right? And there's like a center stage thing in this open rooftop. Once again, with all the glass railing, but the height is very handsome. So it's actually almost taller than me. And these treatments here really resembles their design treatments in their project at the Shore, which is located in Malacca. The other one in Straits Key, located in Penang. Similar treatments, rooftop, and they kind of keep it for commercial purposes, and they try to add excitement again and again. For example, treatments like this. So, whoa, look at this. And now we are one floor below the rooftop, and again, similar treatment like their previous project. This commercial space is actually open for lease. Usually this is somewhat like a drinking space, a cafe or a bar, and the selling point again will be the view, the unobstructed view, and they add a little excitement of this hanging bridge around the common area, so people will get to experience this view at this height level. So looking at it, right? So some people might be more afraid, but technically I think the glass flooring one will be more scary. And I guess that's all for the project. Very exciting. Very exciting. And let's head on to Sean's take 3 on 3. Well, for the 3 things I like, number 1 will be the convenience of it. And there are several aspects to this. One will be the program, where you have the retail mall, where you have the office, where you have the hotels, and you have the residents all together. And that retail seems to be the closest one within proximity, but it's not going to replace your Surrey Pyramid or Mid Valley kind of thing, but it's more of a neighborhood setting, slightly bigger, and within the mix itself you can see that it's more oriented to F&Bs. So that's going to be very convenient, especially for people who is living in the hotel or the residents of Bloomsvale. Then in terms of location, then if this location suits you, or if you are working around PJ, if you're working around Bangsa South, if you're working around OUG, Bukit Jalil, Sunway or Subang, right? This location is pretty workable. Then the second thing I like will be the facilities and the effort of the developer trying to add excitement to the project. The entire facility there is actually sandwiched between blocks, but if you were to walk through it, it's like a resort that is very family oriented. So that's very surprising. If you go into the main facility floor, the swimming pool is all water play because you will have a separate lap pool altogether. Then you have a playground that is shaded, so that's nice. The landscape garden was surprising. Then right behind the structure, next to the river side, then they have a small walk with empty spaces. Now they are still making good on the riverside experience. And for Bloomsvale, they have the highest link bridge structure in Malaysia. It's actually taller than the Twin Tower itself, so that's very exciting. And it's even more dramatic when you are located in a low-rise, low-density location. You can really see the effort in bringing a lot of talking points into this one development. There's a lot of story to tell. And just a side note of this point, right, besides all the excitement, right, they are also making good to the existing situation of the site. So originally the road was way narrower, way smaller, but they widened part of Jalan Puchong itself to kind of cater for more cars. Then they also improved the circulation to the adjacent project via the back road. So now you have a roundabout behind. You also make good on the river, but it's quite impossible to make the developer to make good the entire river lah. But so now they are just trimming whatever that's within their boundary. And last of all will be the proper segregation of different components. Well, this one, once it's completed, only you get to see in detail, like the demarcation of access to the hotel to the office is actually separated on the far left. And then for residents, you can straight away go up into the elevator car park and you access the lift lobby directly from the 4th floor. Then there is no connectivity between the mall and the residents at all. So to the hotel, also to the skydeck. It's really a science in having a lot of components all together. Having proper segregation of access to ensure privacy and security for all parties are taken care of. So that's part of the design feature that I like. The other design feature that I also like, maybe it's fully furnished package provided. So we all seen the show unit fully furnished, right? But finally we get to see the real thing. And I must say the specification of the cabinets, of the wardrobes, of the furnishing provider, I think it's solid. Of course, it's not the level of the show unit, but it's not that far off. However, for the 3 things, I don't like the location. This exact location, what's the problem to me has always been the road of Jalan Puchong, because it's a local road, it's a very old road. So the only way to control and mitigate traffic is using traffic lights. That series of traffic light connecting to Klang Road or connecting over to Puchong, right, it's always congested. Even during non-peak hours, because it's under traffic light, it will be slow. There will be a lot of congestion, therefore resulting in a lot of noise. So just by hanging out at roadside just now, right, wow, it's just noisy, beep, beep, bong, bong, boom, boom. But from the unit itself, I'm glad that after we try out the windows and the sliding doors, I think it's still okay, not too bad. But the unit that we visited actually faces the back. The one faces the front, I'm not too sure. So during peak hours, in order to get in and out from the project, please do expect certain delays. The second thing is looking at the surrounding. There are a lot of competition. I think it's only going to increase further, because like right in front just now when we were there, there's a new building next to us that's doing their fire drill already. So that's going to be handed over after the fire drill, I think another 2-3 months CCC, then it's going to be handed over already. Then more cars and more traffic is going to be supplied into the same Jalan Puchong, which is point number 1 just now, right? And there are a lot of empty lands, and there are a lot of inside talks about buying and selling and transaction, because this area around OUG, Old Klang Road, Bukit Jalil, Jalan Puchong area is really picking up. And last but not least, just by hanging out and walking around, I've met some audiences. And I guess if you're a person who prioritizes a lot in terms of privacy and serenity, this might not be a location for you, because this prioritize more on convenience, more on excitement, like nothing to do, you can just go to the skydeck and view everything, go play around exciting thing, bring your friend to walk the glass bridge, or bring your niece and nephews to the water play area and overnight in courtyard, so you can bring them to Sari Pyramid or Mid Valley or Pavilion Bukit Jalil, because all of them are so close anyway. So this is a location for such activities, not so much on chilling and relaxing kind of vibe. Because just by sitting and hanging out at the entrance lobby just now, although they are properly demarcated, you can see it's very busy, because the occupancy rate is actually very high. So if you're a person who really prioritize privacy, you really cherish alone time a lot, maybe you need a full residential title kind of project instead of a mixed development project of such. And I guess that's all for this project. So since the last review, do I like this project? It's way beyond my expectation. So thank you for watching, and if you really like this episode, like it, share, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.